What up, dudes?
What's happening, boys?
Back another Wednesday. Ready to talk some shit, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Ready to talk shit, talk some sports, all in between.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was an interesting week.
That's for sure.
Not a fun one for some of us, but you know.
Nope.
Had a great week.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah, fucking douche.
It's all right. It's all right.
What's up, Dad?
Yo, Mike, what's up, man? What's going on?
What's up, Mike?
Yeah, what a week. What a fucking week.
Definitely weird, man. Weird sports week yet again. I can't believe baseball playoffs are here. Hockey is within the next week and a half. Everything's coming all together, man. I love this time of year. You know, late October, beginning of November, it's when every sport is on at the same time. It's pretty fucking cool. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a weird baseball playoffs this year, man. The big names just aren't there. You know.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to get into
they're
it.
not winning. Yeah.
Right.
Without the Yankees, I just can't watch, dude.
I've been checking the scores and stuff, but I'm probably not gonna watch, to be honest. Like,
I mean, I'll watch the World Series when it's on. When it gets to that, I'll probably watch. But.
Yeah, World Series I'll watch, but like, I'd rather watch preseason hockey than one of these games right now. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I mean, tonight, like, there's nothing on when we're done with this. Maybe I'll throw on the who's playing tonight.
Arizona, Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. Yeah, maybe I'll watch some of it. I don't know. Janine, what's up?
The Phillies are on later too. What's up, man?
Yeah. So
Phillies look good yesterday, man. Fucking that place is always electric. That when they're playing in Philly, the fans are nuts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely nuts.
And we're actually gonna have a surprise guest tonight. Someone that's been that we've been waiting to have on for 3.5 years now. So somewhere in there.
First night, finally got him in here, man. We're gonna get him in.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's ready to talk some sports too, man. Been waiting to get his ass on here. So
yeah, it should be a good time. So we got plenty of stuff to go over as far as news and notes. We got picks coming up. We got all kinds of stuff. It's another football week, another Wednesday night. So everybody, welcome to the party. Angelo, let's roll it, man. Let's go.
Yeah, buddy.
This is Sports of Ages.
Man, that video might have...
Yeah, I look better and better every time I watch that video.
that video might have to be completely revamped for next season.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, at least from a Giants standpoint anyway.
Yeah, that's definitely for sure, man. Fucking weird. I want to hold off on that till we get.
Yeah, we'll get into a recap. Let's go through some news and notes here.
Yeah, definitely.
So we got we'll start off with some baseball. Obviously, the playoffs have started. Texas Rangers are playing the Rays. Rays are out; they're eliminated.
Yes.
So that round is already over. Rangers move on.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah, fuck them both.
Eddie, I see you in the chat. Got you repping you this week. Fuck the Cowboys.
Hey, calm down over there.
All I see is Mike and Janine in the chat. I don't see anybody.
I got it on my phone too. I just see his name popping.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah. So that series is over. Blue Jays and Twins. The Twins are up 1-0 in that series, and they're leading 2-0 right now. I think it's the bottom of the 7th. So unless something changes there, the Blue Jays will be out. Also, Diamondbacks are up 1-0 on the Brewers. They play tonight. Eddie, what's happening, bro? Pop, what's happening?
I hope so. I got him in 2 fantasy leagues, bro. I hope he lights that shit up.
I hope this is the week where his leg hurts a little bit. He's out for the game, comes back next week.
Nah. You know damn well every person they got is coming to this game, man.
He does have some injury history. You never know, but I don't want to wish that on anybody, though. So,
hey, man, you still got Parsons. We got Parsons. That's all we need.
Yeah. Anyway, I like Parsons, man. He's a good dude. So Diamondbacks play tonight against the Brewers. They're up 1-0 in that series. If Brewers lose, they're out. You got the Marlins and the Phillies. Phillies up 1-0 in that series. I believe they're also tonight. So the winner, if Phillies win, all those teams will be moving on. So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, definitely interesting, man. Some good series.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's as Yankee fans, all three of us, it's kind of tough to get into knowing the Yankees have been eliminated, which sucks. But I mean, we'll see what happens down the stretch. I mean, no Yankees, no Red Sox.
Yeah,
it's weird, man.
It's very weird, you know.
Even
it's
like
odd.
even the last couple of years, no Mets, man. Mets have been in the Mets mix, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
last year the Mets won like what 100 games last year, almost, 101 games.
And then this year they won 70. It's
very
weird.
odd.
Baseball is the weirdest sport, man, when it comes to wins like
and
that.
Speaking of the Mets, Buck Showalter,
quit.
It's kind of it's. I read like conflicting reports. Did he quit? Did he get fired? Did he? I mean, I saw that they told him if you don't put out a thing that you're resigning, we're just going to cut you. So, yeah. So I think he just took the high road and said, "Fuck it." A lot of players are not happy about it. They really like Showalter.
Yeah, he's a cool dude, man. Listen, everyone liked him when he was with the Yanks too. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
You know? There's only so many years you can keep doing the coach rotation though. Like give a guy a chance for a little bit, you know? I mean,
I've said that so many times.
It's annoying, man. Like you got to get a new system. You got new coaches coming in. Then like you do this every year, you're never going to make progress, man.
Yeah,
you know?
True.
Very true.
It's very true, man. So he's out. We'll see who the next man up is there to inherit this fucking mess. I mean,
weird, man.
Look what Showalter was handed, though. I mean, you had injuries, you lost your closer, you had two guys that were veterans, two future Hall of Famers that came in and did not even come close to living up to expectations, who got sent packing, less than halfway through the season. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's you can't fire the players, right? So you fire the manager, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with it. But who knows? Showalter might be at a point where he's just done managing. Maybe he's going to just retire and call today.
That's definitely true, man. Definitely weird situation. Scherzer came out after they traded him and said that the GM and everyone made it pretty clear that they were kind of pushing for like the 2025 season. Like they weren't even worried about next year. They kind of wanted to wait, let their prospects get better, and hopefully be good in 2 years. I mean, how long can you possibly wait?
That's a hard sell to the fan base, man.
I'm not a Mets fan, but these guys have been waiting for a championship for fucking ages now, man. Like,
or at least be in the running for one.
At least be in the running for one. Yeah, I mean, 2015 was a long time ago, man.
Yeah, that's why everyone freaked out when Scherzer came out and said all this shit. But like, if that's true, man, that's a bad look by that management.
It's a really bad look.
Yeah, for sure.
Some sad news in baseball. Tim Wakefield passed away.
I saw that,
yeah. So he was only age 57. Had brain cancer. Passed away from a seizure at his home, apparently due to the brain cancer. Obviously, I guess in a way, for him and his family, especially. I mean, it doesn't sound like he had the greatest quality of life recently.
Yeah,
at age 57, man. I mean, Jesus Christ,
young. Yeah.
When
you look at big picture, I'm not that far away from that. I'm a little over 10 years away from that number. So that's pretty scary,
Look at my dad just turned 50.
Yeah. I mean, Wakefield's two-time World Series champ. He was a great pitcher, man. He really was. He had a hell of a career, man.
Absolutely.
So rest in peace, Tim Wakefield. That's pretty much all I had for baseball. In football, and again, we're going to get into the games. We'll talk about that. Mike. Tim Wakefield did pass away. Yes, kept secret in the house.
What's
Michael
up,
Power.
Mike?
You did miss the intro.
Welcome, Mike.
You didn't miss any rants yet, but don't worry, they're coming.
We're getting there, Uncle Mike. We got a lot of shit to talk about. Don't you worry.
Yeah,
me and Uncle Mike been going back and forth. I'm sure you guys have too. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
If you put me and Uncle Mike in a room with a certain somebody right now, I think it would be pretty fucking bad. I think it'd be pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, so we're running. He wants to see the.
We got a fan.
See the intro
running
again.
That shit again, motherfuckers.
This is Sports of Ages.
Uncle Mike wanted to see the Tony Pollard touchdown. I love it, man. I love it.
I told you. Look, every time we watch that intro, I look better and better, bro. I'm feeling good. Lighting's good. I got my headband on. I'm fucking ready to go.
We're gonna have to start over now. So I got some news and notes. We're gonna start with baseball. Again, that's all I had on baseball. In football, we'll get into the games. Obviously, there's plenty to talk about there, but just a couple of things. The Patriots traded a 6th rounder to the Chargers. A 2025 6th round of the Chargers for cornerback J.C. Jackson and a 7th round pick.
They needed it, man.
This guy right now.
Yeah, J.C. Jackson just had a warrant out for his arrest like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago.
This guy in the last 2 years, he's only played 7 games.
Yeah. Look, he's got a hell of a career going for him.
He was great when he was with the Patriots, and then he went to the Chargers, and he was pretty shitty. I don't know what the fuck happened, but, he's
maybe that's what he needs,
back.
though. Maybe he needs stability. And
I hate the Patriots. And it's a good move for them, but honestly, it sucks. It's a downgrade for them right now because of the situation. They just lost Gonzalez for probably a year.
I think he's out for the year.
Really fucking well, man.
Yeah,
he was playing really, really good. So they lose him. They bring in J.C. Jackson. Who knows what's going on with this guy? I mean, he's a fucking mess right now. So
he is.
I don't know. I hope it don't work out for him. But
if anyone can straighten him out and get him on the right path, it should be Belichick. So we'll see what happens. But
definitely get your ass to court.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. So Broncos released Randy Gregory, which obviously has turned into a $70 million huge mistake.
Thank you, Denver, because we put the same offer out, and he went with Denver. So.
And he went with Denver, so that worked out in your favor big time. I mean, that guy's played. I forget how many games it was, but he's
Chris,
only got
dude?
Yo, Chris, what's happening, brother?
Glad you're back, bro.
He got like 3 sacks in 2 seasons or something for this team total. You know, he hasn't done much at all.
Dude, back-to-back games, he had a 0 across the stat sheet, man. That's just unacceptable.
You can't do that.
The D-line, you have to have at least 1 tackle, bro.
Right, not even a tackle.
That just shows you're not even in the plays. Like, that's hard.
Right. Yeah, really I mean, so they cut ties with him. I mean, he also had the thing last year where he only played, I think, 6 games last year because of injury. And then he had one of them was a suspension for a fight he had after a game. Yep. So I don't blame them for just cutting ties with this guy, man. Look, do I think he's going to land somewhere? Yeah. Someone will sign.
For sure.
Probably the Raiders.
Sounds like a perfect fit. Sounds like a perfect fit. J.C. Jackson should have went to the Raiders. And then, so I'm sure we all saw it on the Giant game against Seattle. Jamal Adams got hurt with a concussion, went into protocol, but was flipping out on the concussion guy when he came out of the tent. Yeah. And now he's facing disciplinary action possibly from the NFL for it.
I get why he was mad.
I do understand. It sucks, man. I feel bad for the guy. Listen, the end of his Jets tenure was pretty bad. He worked. I mean, this guy's at an 18-month rehab, man. He tore his quad. People were saying he might never come back. And your first drive back as a Seahawk, man,
take a knee
get that knee to the head. I mean,
yeah.
The emotion and frustration of all those months and fucking the time put in to get back on the field and it be over like that. I mean, I probably would have been freaking out too. I get it.
It's miserable. It's miserable.
It's horrible. I mean, that when the guy is on the field, he's a fucking freak of nature. He's
incredible.
A special talent, and it just sucks. It definitely sucks.
You know, I mean, he missed so many games, and that was right in the beginning of the game too.
Yeah, man. It just sucks. It's just the luck of the draw, man. It's football. Yeah. That's why we love it. It's why it sucks for players. It's great for other teams. You know, it's the all around good part about football. You never know what's going to happen, man.
It's the curse of the MetLife Field, man.
Oh,
gets another one.
I mean, it is. Yeah. It really fucking is.
It's amazing. You really can't make it up, man.
I'm really terrified to play there, man.
Yeah.
Adams he wanted to take the dude's head off. Yeah, he did. Adams was not happy.
I'm sure.
But look, in the doctor's defense, you can't take a chance when the injuries like this, man. It's a head injury. You got to be, if the doctor's making the call saying you're out, you got to trust him. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm sure Adams probably has apologized already.
Oh, yeah. That was heat of the moment, man. The guy was probably so amped to get back on the field. Yeah. And then that happens. I mean,
that's a doctor's job, man. Save you from yourself,
Yeah.
This is $1 million athlete you're talking about. 18 months of fucking recovery. People didn't think he said he had to think about retiring because he didn't know if he was going to be able to do the rehab. That's how severe it is with that type of injury. And the guy comes back. I mean, he was in almost every play. And then he rolls out, tries to tackle Daniel Jones, and he gets clipped. And it's just it's just a bad hit, man. Yeah, it's brutal, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, it totally is. Speaking of jet life, one more little thing on news here. Aaron Rodgers made some headlines.
Oh yeah,
calling Travis Kelce Mr. Pfizer.
Mr.
Pfizer. I love it. We can't talk too much about this because YouTube, Facebook, Uncle Zucky will shut us down, but.
I don't want to get into a discussion about it. I don't care. Yeah. Vaccine, no vaccine, do what you want. I don't give a shit. But that was epically fucking hilarious when I saw that, man.
I love it.
Hey, man, it's just another sponsor for him, I mean,
it was fucking awesome.
Picked a shitty sponsor, but fuck it.
That was great. It was brilliant. It was fucking brilliant.
It's funny how we just snuck it in too, like casual conversation. You just
I mean, the look on McAfee's face was priceless.
Dude, he was like trying so hard not to like break out.
He was like ready to cry, man.
AJ Hawk too. AJ Hawk is just like, oh,
I know. It's just
we're on ESPN.
He went there.
It's like shit. We're on ESPN now. This is what you're doing to us.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant. Awesome. So anyway,
he warned them. He said, I don't care what ESPN says. You have me on the show. I'm not going to be filtered.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
so
hey, whatever, man. If there's any show that's never really filtered, it's the McAfee show.
So, he gets away with it. Yeah,
fucking amazing.
You know, Chris. Actually, we're going to recap the games and we're going to get into discussions about our teams, obviously. But we do have a guest coming on in a couple of minutes here. And that topic of discussion with this guest is going to be the Giants. So we're going to get into all this, obviously. Sure. We will definitely talk about that. I have my concerns on every level, and I'll get into that in a few minutes. But
definitely.
Yeah, there's a lot to be concerned about there. I'm hoping if there's anyone that could turn it around, it would be Dable, but my faith is dropping rapidly. So I'll put it that way, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, that's all I had for football. Angelo, I know you might have had a couple of things to add as far as some news and notes you want to throw in there.
Yeah, definitely. So first thing, I mean, obviously we know a big fucking reason why this is, but Jets and Chiefs was the most watched football game since the Super Bowl. That's pretty nuts.
I did see that. Yeah.
Regardless of the reasoning, you saw them. That's pretty cool, Chris. That was fucking awesome. The Rock came on with McAfee on College Game Day.
That was cool. That was really cool.
That's awesome. So that was one of the things I had. Donna, we're gonna get into that too. Don't worry.
Yeah, Mom, hang on too, because you're gonna really want to see our guest in about 2 minutes. So hang on for a minute.
Another thing I had here, pretty sad, man. It just shows how fucked up this world is. Kids not being raised right. 11-year-old football player in Florida. He had an argument with teammates, and after practice, instead of hitting each other, arguing it out, he went to a car and grabbed a gun. 11 years old, and he started shooting at these kids in the parking lot. One of them was in critical condition. They said he should be all right, and the other one was already released from the hospital. But I mean, this kid's 11 years old, man.
Christ.
And I'm not going to show the video on here because it's just pretty fucking. It's pretty bad. I mean,
there's a video of it? No, don't show that. Don't show that.
You don't see anything graphic, but just like the way it happens, like he's backing up, and like his mother and sister and whoever else in the family was like walking with him. They don't hesitate to stop him. They just let him go, run to the car. He goes in the passenger seat, grabs it out of the car, and just boom, starts shooting the teammates.
Wow!
Like this kid's 11 years old, and this is what he had to learn this somewhere. Like it's just unacceptable. Man.
Yeah,
that also doesn't just happen on a whim. Obviously, there's been prior abuse, I would imagine, to this kid to get to that level that fast.
No, it seemed like these kids are on his team and like they were friends. It happened like it was like a football argument. It wasn't like a street argument where they were arguing over something bad. Like they got into an argument over something at football practice. The kid ran to the car, grabbed the gun, and everyone looked at him. And he just started fucking shooting.
I mean, the reason you got a gun in the car in the first place, I mean, what I mean?
Yeah,
like, come on.
And the 11-year-old knows where it is and how to access it.
That's exactly my point here. It's just not right.
Wow.
Man. It's just
that's terrible. Look, nobody lost their life. That's a good thing. But this kid's gonna have a pretty checkered future now because of all this. I mean, what type of disciplinary action does an 11-year-old face for that? Is the gun legal? Is it not legal? That's terrible.
He was being bullied. Even still, man, like it's just that's an unacceptable response to bullying. You don't just go. I mean, especially at 11 years old. What 11-year-old thinks? All right, let me grab this gun that I know is here and let me shoot my teammates that are bullying or not. I mean, that's just. Yeah, it's really, really strange, man.
Very. And I don't want to speculate, but I mean, it almost sounds like a kid at 11 years old. Like somehow that idea has been put in his head somehow.
Yeah,
man.
like that's okay. Because I mean, it wasn't like the mom or anyone, whoever it was around him. It looked like it was his mom because the second he came out with the gun and started shooting, she like kind of grabbed his arm and just put him in the car and they drove off.
You can't.
Like that's really
crazy.
Really
that almost looks planned. I mean, Jesus Christ! Wow.
Really bad, man.
Look, whatever. The bottom line is nobody passed away, thank God. I mean, no kid lost their life, but Jesus, I mean, talk about a traumatic experience. Holy shit.
Yeah. So that was pretty brutal. I saw that. I want to definitely talk about that because just unacceptable. And I obviously touches on football a little bit, not in the right way, but it does. Last thing I had here, I didn't see it anywhere talked about on like any big social media platforms. and it was only last season. It's a little old, but a Washington high school kicker, I think they said, I don't know how to say the town it's in, but in Washington, a high school kicker, he hit a 67-yard field goal to bring his team into overtime in the state championship. And I didn't hear this on anything. 67, that's a yard longer than the furthest in NFL history, dude.
Yeah.
That's further than Tucker.
How's that not on ESPN? Exactly, Steven. Like that's a great point. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. Very strange, man. But I saw that and I figured.
What high school was it?
High school in Washington.
Washington State? Like,
yeah.
Wow, that's incredible, man.
That
kid's got a future.
Yeah.
Keep kicking, kid. You're gonna make some money.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty impressive, man. So.
Well, you know what? There's one last thing that I wanted to bring up because after that depressing story we just heard, Jesus, a little light at the end of the tunnel, a positive one. Yeah. Tim Tebow, who we all know is a great dude. I mean, he's charitable. He's just a nice guy, and
amazing. Yeah, really good.
I read recently that every year he auctions off his Heisman Trophy.
I saw that. Yeah.
But like celebrities bid on it, and they keep it for a year,
and then they
give it back. He auctions it off again. And all the money goes to charities, to children's charities and stuff. So over the last decade, they've raised like $1 million for charities just by him auctioning off his.
It's pretty cool.
His Heisman Trophy every year. That's awesome, man. For him and the people that are buying it, you know, and renting it, you know, that's pretty damn cool, man. So hats off to Tebow. That's pretty awesome.
It was very different. Like, you don't hear that. You know what I mean? Like,
no.
Usually, if somebody buys something, they buy it. They don't keep doing it, give it back, and
I mean, he's just doing it to raise money. Which is pretty damn cool.
Pop, I just saw your thing going back to the Florida. Hopefully that's not true. If that's what you saw, I hope that's not true. Hopefully that's just someone being fucking stupid. But if that's the case, that's fucking brutal, man. That is just that's really bad if that's the case.
Yeah. Again, I don't want to speculate on any of this because who knows, man.
Tebow's a good dude.
Great. Yeah, Tebow's a good dude, man. He is. Angelo, was our guest ready to come on?
I'm chatting with him right now. I'm figuring out some stuff behind the scenes. I'm actually going to shut my mic and camera for just 1 second and make sure. Wait, actually, I think he might be good. Hold on 1 sec.
All right, let's give it a shot.
Oh yeah, we got him in here.
All right, let's get our guest on. My son, who probably knows more, as much or more about football than we do with the amount of film he watches and research he does. So let's bring on Patrick, man.
Patrick Moore, Giant fan at heart, coming in with the right jersey though. Pat, what's going on, bro?
What's up, dude?
Hey, how you doing?
What's going on, man? Pat, I'm happy we got you on here finally. We've been busting your balls to get you on here. You keep hiding from us. You're ducking us. It's fine. I get it. You didn't want to come on, but we got you. Glad to have you, man.
What's with that fucking Jet jersey, dude?
Dude, he knows what's up, bro. That green looks good, baby.
I thought it would be a great segue to talk about the Giants, how I'm not a fan anymore.
Yep, he has a Jet jersey on.
Let's go.
Who's on the back of it, Pat? Stand up and show us who's on the back.
It's Darnold.
That's fine. Fuck it.
That's how
they could use him right now.
Yeah, you guys could use him right now.
That's awesome.
All right, so speaking of that segue, dude, let's talk Giants, man. So first, just give us your recap on the game, what you saw, and what you felt about the whole thing, man.
Jersey came off third quarter. I almost cried at one point. It's just I don't know, the offensive line is probably the worst I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I don't like putting the blame on Jones, but he did take part. I think the whole coaching, the special teams should be gone.
Oh,
Dable might be on the hot seat by next week.
I'm starting to lean that way.
Yeah, it's it's from top to bottom right now. It's just not a good look, right? I don't know. I genuinely. I mean, we're gonna get rid of this. Hold on, I'm forgetting over here. Let me get rid of today's news. I mean, even I got it in the crawl. Just all I can write is what is going on with the Giants. I don't get.
I mean that special teams was really bad. That coach should be gone. I agree.
Really bad.
Really, really bad, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was a historically bad performance. I mean, it was terrible.
A lot of questions come up from that.
That game was worse to watch than the Cowboys one.
You know what? You're probably right. Yeah.
Worse. Definitely.
the Cowboys, the Cowboys are Seattle's a good team, but I mean the Cowboys are expected to be a quote unquote Super Bowl team. Okay, it's opening night. You come out, the Cowboys smoke you. It's happened before.
Yeah, I was going to add to you right now, Mike, real quick. Sorry to cut you off, but I feel like once you saw that blocked field goal and the Cowboys went down and scored again, it kind of felt like, all right, this is how the game was going. The Giants were still in the game late, and they're just making so many mistakes, putting themselves out of it.
Like for how bad it was going, the score was pretty close for a while.
Yeah,
it really was. Like it was a winnable game at that point.
Until the pick six, the Giants were in that game.
Yeah.
Really bad.
That pick six was disgusting. I think that's where I put blame on Jones. Jones was really bad there.
That was terrible,
man.
And the whole fallout from it. I mean, you had him go to the sideline and Dable trying to talk to him. He basically just blew Dable off and walked right by him. Yeah. Dable's throwing the iPad thing. I mean, it's just a bad look. It's and they interviewed, I forget who it was the next day, and he's like, no, Coach Dable has this team, blah blah blah. It made it look like Dable's already losing the locker room.
Yeah. It just seems like everyone's frustrated, man.
Yeah. I mean, again, Jones definitely deserves a lot of criticism here, man. I mean, we're 4 weeks in, and Jones has 2 touchdowns, 6 picks, a few fumbles.
2 fumbles, I think.
He's got 2 touchdowns for the Giants and 2 touchdowns on pick sixes for the other teams.
Yeah. So he's reverting back to his old ways, man, with his turnovers.
A lot, man. I actually, since we have you on, Pat, I wanted to break something down. Dan Orlovsky, I'm sure you guys all know who that is. He broke it down this morning, and he's a big football guy. Obviously, played quarterback in the NFL. Maybe wasn't the best. Had the famous stepping out of the end zone play, but he broke down the film of Jones. And I'm of course I love to break balls with you guys and tell him he sucks and all that shit. He broke it down every single sack that happened to Daniel Jones.
Was that what you sent me?
Oh yeah, I sent it to you.
Yeah.
And he broke it down to a fact where out of the 11 sacks, only 4 of them, when you talk analytically about football, only 4 of them were on the offensive line. A lot of the plays that Jones was getting sacked on, 2 of them he ran out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage instead of throwing it away.
He should have thrown those away. I agree.
And a couple other ones, he was stepping up into the pressure instead of away or staying in the pocket. There was a play where pressure is coming from the outside on the right, and he ran right into it. So I think there's something going on where this guy's he's just not understanding what he's supposed to be doing, or he's just really just playing that bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
He didn't look like this last year, man. He started to get smart. He was making good decisions, and now he's back to 2020 Daniel Jones. It's very.
That's what I was texting you guys during the game, though. I'm like, this guy, since day one, his sense of pressure is just nowhere to be found, man.
Yeah.
He turns, and all of a sudden the defender's right there. Like, we're watching it happen, and they're like, dude, look.
Yeah.
And he looks, and then he gets annihilated. Like, he doesn't sense it at all. Like,
I think his pre-snap reading it's not very good. Like, he doesn't slide the running back to the protection. There was many plays where, again, Dan Orlovsky broke it down. You have an edge rusher. You have 5 guys on the line, and you have 6 defenders on the line. Your tight end's running a route, and he leaves the running back on the left side when the odd man is to the right. He doesn't slide the protection over on the quarterback calls out to the offensive line. You need to look at the protection. I'm sliding the running back, and then they'll know to block. He didn't do that twice, and then that resulted in sacks 2 times.
You know what I think it is too? I think at this point where he had such a disastrous start to the season, he's trying to take it all on himself. He has
100%.
He has no trust in his team. Like that throw he should have done to Waller, he just ran it up, and he's like, screw it. Like, I think, Pat, you said it in our group text the other day. Like, he's like, screw it, I'm doing it myself. Like, he's just trying too much, man. I'm like, you got to trust your team. Like,
yeah, he's got to definitely put some more trust in the team, man. They went and got Waller for a reason. Throw the guy the ball. I mean, just follow your reads. You run this play all week in practice, determining what, Seattle was going to run. You watch their coverage. And for a rookie, Witherspoon, to come out after the game and say they were able to watch film throughout the whole week and Pete Carroll game plan because they know Daniel Jones stares at his first read, that's bad. This guy's in his 5th year, man.
Yeah, he's not a rookie, man.
That's just not acceptable no more. I mean,
he's a young kid, but he's not young in the league.
CJ Stroud is in the league for 4 weeks, and he hasn't made that mistake yet.
He's lighting it up, man.
I think that kid, what's his name? I think that kid Witherspoon might have won defensive rookie of the year in that game alone.
He might be, Yeah.
He sounded like
definitely
the rookies in that game. Like
I know.
I have a headache from him already for years to come.
yeah,
That guy's he's special, man. Pick 6, 7 tackles.
he's gonna be a problem.
2 sacks. I mean, the guy was all over the field. Seattle's a good team again. I don't think they're amazing. I think they're a really, really solid team. They're going to give people fights all year. But for the Giants to just be close that whole game, and it wasn't like Seattle just flat out outplayed them, man. They kept making the same mental mistakes. Jones on 3rd and 11, you're still in the game. How do you mishear the call and run the ball up the middle? Even if you hear that as the right call, you should be like, what the fuck is this? No, we're throwing it. Change out of it. You're the quarterback. You think Eli Manning is coming in the huddle when you're 1 and 2, and you get a run call on 3rd and 11. He's going to be like, fuck you. I'm running an out route, and we're going to get a first down, and we're going to keep going.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, the whole thing was like such a mess. The defense has problems, right? We know that. But when you look at it from a point standpoint, the defense gave up 17 points in that game because the other 7 was a pick 6. So you give up 17 points in a football game in today's NFL, you should win that football game.
That's not bad. Yeah.
No.
I mean, come on. I mean, this game is on the offense and the special teams. It's not on the defense. I'm sorry. The defense needs to play better. I get that.
Yeah.
Thibodeau finally woke up a little bit and remembered that the quarterback is behind those guys lined up in front of him. So that was nice to see. But
the one bright spot for you guys, man.
Yeah, but I mean,
I don't know if it's just me, but I watched Daboll's press conference. It seems like he just doesn't care anymore. He doesn't care about Jones. He's keeping him in the fourth quarter. In that Cowboys game and this game.
Yeah. The whole team seems very frustrated, man. I don't know. I feel bad. I feel bad for you guys as fans. I feel like it's just such high hopes, and now it's just like you're 4 weeks in. I mean, technically this week, you're only 3 weeks in coming into this game, and everything is just like it looks like it's crumbling on them. I mean, seeing Daboll throw the iPad at Jones, like flip it at him, like you're not even paying attention to me.
Like you're not even listening to me.
Yeah, like it seems like Jones is just kind of out of it. And if you listen to his post-game interview, they're asking him questions about what happened on that 3rd and 11. He was like, I just misheard the play. And then they kept asking him, and he said it over and over, like, I heard the wrong play. I heard the wrong play, and kept looking away from the reporter. It seems like he's just out of it.
He was basically just like, I'm not listening to you. Shut the fuck up. I'm done with this.
Yeah, that could be
Pat,
it.
Pat, a couple of questions. One, what do you think the Giants need to do? And obviously they have a lot to fix. What's the first thing that they have to do? Chris, you know what's hilarious about this? Okay. So the night of the game, my son calls me after the game and we're talking about it. And he actually said almost those words to a T.
Yeah.
The same thing.
That's why I pulled up the comment for you guys.
And then it came up the next day, which was absolutely hilarious. But so one, do you think Daboll, is there a part of him that's like, I have to get through this next year with Jones, but he wasn't my guy. I inherited him.
I was thinking about that today. I was like, maybe he's not trying to get Jones hurt, but trying to get it over with so he can draft a quarterback or something, his own guy.
It's kind of a similar situation to the Broncos, man. And I said last week, Sean Payton seems to be self-sabotaging. That might be what Daboll's doing. I mean, they're not going to fire Daboll after one bad year. He made the playoffs in his first year.
Yeah,
if you get through this year and maybe you have a high pick, the Giants should be in the race for a quarterback. You ride out Jones one more year and you kick him to the curb.
Yeah, pretty much. You have whoever you draft starts a few games on the bench behind Jones, and then once he has a bad one, boom, he's on the bench, and the kid comes in.
I don't know. You just paid him all that money, though. I mean,
that's a bold take right there for Chris. Daboll quits and takes the Chargers job. Wow,
I heard that Daboll wanted to go to the Chargers more than the Giants.
He did. He wanted the Chargers job, but they wouldn't fire Staley.
He sucks.
The Chargers I think they'd love to get Brian Daboll as head coach.
Oh my god, they would probably win the division even with the Chiefs there, dude. They need a coach. Like that is what is holding this team back.
Yeah, 100%.
I wouldn't blame him. I'd rather have Herbert than Jones.
Oh
yeah, who would? Yeah. I'd rather have Herbert than a lot of guys.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of money that you're gonna have to kick out, man. It sucks.
Look, they set up the contract the right way in a way because they have an out after next season. So
but you know what the issue is? This year Jones is only making 15 on the books. Next year 47.
Yeah,
and you can't restructure him. Like no matter what your plan is with Daniel Jones, whether you're kicking him to the curb after next year, you plan on keeping him. Which, if this happens again, there's no way they're going to keep him after.
You're gonna have to pay him.
You're going to have to pay him a lot of money to leave, or you're stuck paying him $47 million next year. That's a lot of fucking money.
Oh my.
If they don't fix the offensive line, first off, he's never going to last the whole season.
No. He's not. No way.
No.
There's no way.
Hurt.
He's going to get hurt.
I don't understand why they haven't signed more than just a guy they fucking cut. Like, you cut this guy, and you're bringing him back. That's your savior. La'el Collins is at home sitting on the couch waiting for someone to grab him. Why haven't the Giants jumped all over that? I would have had him in the fucking – I would have had him in Jersey on Tuesday morning.
It might be a lot of money, though.
Yeah, Pat, what's the Giants' cap space? What do they have?
Oh, I don't even know. Probably like it's not enough.
I'm thinking they can't afford him.
Because we gave a lot to Jones, and then how much do we give any to Waller, or is that
From what I see here, they're listed as having about $5.1 million cap space.
Yeah,
the fourth lowest total in the league.
I'm on Spot Track right now, and it says they opened up cap space in the last 2 weeks, and they have 6.7, which is 20th most in the league. Off. So they don't have a lot of money. Like, they just don't have it.
No.
I mean, they have enough
they don't.
The whole cap. You're not going to sign someone all the money's going to be in the cap space. Like, they can get a La'el Collins and not have a lot of that money hit the cap.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, they could.
I don't know. They have to do something though.
You said you had
Tyrod Taylor's.
Yeah. My other question for you is, at what point do they pull the plug this season and put Jones on the bench?
For who though?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, Chris, to answer your question, yes, Tyrod Taylor is still there, but Tyrod Taylor is awful. He's awful. But I mean, if like say Jones comes out this week and he has another horrific, 2 bad picks, maybe he gets 1 touchdown. If that, what do they do?
Yeah, at that point you'll be 1-4 with the harder part of your schedule coming up.
You paid him, you got to play him.
You have to.
Yeah, unless I feel like he can't sit.
Unless you're going into like week 18 with like 2 wins or 3 wins, then mention.
Well, the next 4 games you got at Dolphins, at Bills, home against Washington, and then it's a home game with the Jets. They could lose all 4 tough games.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think he's hurt by week 9, week 10.
There's a really good chance.
His
defense is going to kill him.
The Bills' defense is going to kill him, man. I mean, it's going to be bad.
Dude, even Washington's defense is playing fucking good, man.
Yeah.
Sign Colt McCoy. I like what Chris said.
Colt McCoy doesn't want to play football anymore, I don't think.
I'm pretty sure he's done. Jets reached out to him and he said no.
Yeah, he turned it down.
Everybody's got a price, man.
I don't know. If you're not going to go to a roster loaded like the Jets, he sure as fuck isn't coming to the Giants.
Yeah, but
I think he's done.
I guess.
I think he's done, man. It's familiar ground because he's been there, but I still don't think he's coming back.
I don't think so either. Look, the bottom line is, unless Jones gets hurt, he's going to be their guy. It's as simple as that, I guess, And
yeah, for sure.
Look, the best case scenario is that the offensive line figures it out. They're going to get some guys back healthy, so people can go back to their regular positions at least where they're comfortable at, and maybe the line figures it out a little bit. Because look, people can rip Jones all they want, okay? And we've been doing it tonight, but find a quarterback that could have played that well against, with that offensive line on Monday night, because that was an epically bad performance by an offensive line.
Yeah. I mean, I could take 11 sacks and get up like nothing.
Yeah. No way. Yeah, no way.
And Aikman made a pretty. I love Aikman and Buck. I really like them actually. And I know a lot of people hate them, but I love when they call a game. But Aikman made a pretty dumb fucking comment too. When what's his name? Who's the rookie again? The monster game. Witherspoon. Oh. They snapped the ball on the one play. He was in the backfield so bad and so fast and jumped on Jones' back. And Aikman's like, he's got to be able to see that guy. See that guy. The ball hit his hands and he got hit in the back. Like, what is he supposed to do? I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, that's a bad call. Aikman pisses me off, and Buck is just as bad. I can't stand them when they call.
I hate Buck. I would rather listen to it. I'd rather have it on mute and watch the game.
My dad hates Buck too. I'm sure he's going to comment sooner or later about it.
Buck is the worst.
Buck, I could do it out. You know why I like Aikman? Because Aikman is not really that biased. When Aikman, even when he calls a Cowboy game, he'll call them out on a lot.
He'll call.
Romo's kind of a biased schmuck, but Aikman will let people have it, man. So I kind of like that, but. So, Pat, another thing that we're doing here tonight, we're going to do our who we think are the top 5 teams in the NFL right now. You care to share some picks with us?
Yeah, actually, I did write them down.
You want to go from 5 to 1 or 1 to 5? How you want to do this?
Either works. We could do 5 to 1.
Yeah, let's go 5 to 1.
All right. Angela, you want to make a copy of these?
Yeah, I'm going to write it down on my side now.
I had 3 honorable mentions, but
name them. Good.
Yeah, name. Talk. Shoot the shit, man. Let's go.
My 3 honorable mentions were Lions, Eagles, and Texans.
Okay.
Wow. Eagles out of the top 5. All right.
I almost pulled them from I almost lowered them on, but whatever. We'll get to that.
And then my 5 was the Chiefs.
5.
Chiefs at 5.
Yeah.
That's probably a good spot for them.
Yeah, and then 4. I know they're kind of overrated right now, but Dolphins them at 4.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to argue with that offense. Yeah.
I definitely think they're a little overrated as well, man. The defense it's really, really bad.
They've given up a lot of points.
That's going to be their downfall this year, man. A team like I know I'm going to show my top 5. I didn't have KC in my top 5 because I don't think they're as explosive as they were last year. They don't look the same on offense. I know they're winning. They have 3-1. Like they're winning. They're winning close games other than the Bears. I just don't think they're as explosive. But when you get against a team like the Chiefs that can put on at any time, they get comfortable, or even like 5 Cowboys. I was just going to say that the Cowboys. I mean, Cowboys have an offense that can go off too when the defense keeps them in the games. The Niners, I think teams like that have a good enough offense and a really good defense are going to beat the Dolphins every single time.
Yeah.
My 3, it's kind of hard to call them at 3 because they've gone against not great teams, but I got the Cowboys. No offense. Number 2, I had the Bills, and then, they killed Miami. And then I think we all probably have the same 1, 49ers, until they're not.
Niners.
I'll throw it out there right now. They are not my number 1, nor are they my number 2 either. But
wow, really?
Yeah. And I have something to back that up a little bit. It's not a negative knock on them because the Niners are, a very, very complete team. But
yeah,
as a matter of fact, where did I put them? Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, all the same teams are going to be in that same area, in that realm. Who's your biggest surprise so far this season?
Cardinals, honestly.
Yeah, they're playing really well.
Yeah,
man.
You look at their record, and it's like, okay, they're 1-3, but man, that team is playing hard.
They're playing hard.
Should be 3.
Dobbs isn't that bad. He's not that bad.
They're definitely playing pretty hard, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing good.
Dobbs looks all right, man. He looks comfortable. He looks just like he's fighting for a job. I mean, this happens to a lot of guys. Look how many times we've seen Minshew come in and play good. Mm-hmm. Dalton come in, play good, because these guys just they know what their role is, but when they get the chance, they're going to come out and give it all they got, man.
I like the Colts are kind of a surprise.
Yeah, Colts are definitely a surprise. Man.
Texans too. Texans are a surprise.
Colts defense look really good, and Richardson's starting to figure it out a little bit. He's learning. He's got to slide a little more. He's throwing good passes. He's got a strong arm, man. Once he can figure out that the pre-snap reads, the accuracy, all that stuff, he's going to be really talented for sure. Yeah.
And CJ Stroud's playing incredible, man.
Stroud is
awesome. Love him. Should have went number 1.
He's playing like a top 10 quarterback in football, not just the best rookie. He's playing really, really good football.
He's playing incredible. The guy's got like 1,300 passing yards or something already, and no picks. The guy has not turned the ball over. 7
touchdowns, no picks.
I got to admit when I'm wrong, man. I didn't think the Texans were going to win a game this year, but they're playing great, man. They're playing great. I got to give them credit.
For sure. They're definitely playing really good right now. So let's see. Eric Bieniemy is proving a good head coach.
Yeah, the Redskins, and I'm going to continue to call them the Redskins because they're probably going to have that name back by next year anyway. But look, I was completely down on Washington for getting rid of Heineke and going with this kid Howell, but this kid Howell can play football, man.
He's a tough son of a bitch, man. We talk about Jones getting hit. This guy got sacked 9 times this week against Philly, and still had that close-ass game with them. That's fucking impressive, man. Really,
it is.
Really
it's very impressive.
Yeah.
So
Jones is the worst in the NFC East.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Jones is the worst quarterback in the NFC East right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, right now the 2 New York quarterbacks are probably the 2 worst quarterbacks in football. It's pretty sad.
Listen, Zach Wilson had a pretty good game now. Relax.
Yeah, he had one good game. What needs to pump the brakes on Zach Wilson, man? Jesus Christ.
Listen, he's got more touchdowns than Jones right now.
Yeah, congratulations. That's real impressive. He's got 2.
Exactly.
But we'll get into the whole Jets thing too. But yeah, I'm not I'm not planning any parades right now because Zach Wilson played a decent game. Desmond Ridder. Well, yeah, Pat, can we talk about Atlanta for a minute?
He's the worst.
He's the worst,
Please.
hands down.
Would you go to Heineke already if you were them?
I'd go to Heineke. Ridder is awful. I couldn't even watch him on Toy Story. It was so bad. Like,
Yeah, it's very true, man. He's fucking awful. He is that bad. He is.
Even his
really,
cartoon sucked.
He's like unwatchable. You know.
Did you see when he went to the sideline and he tried to like slap hands with somebody on the team? And the guy just like jumped up and looked at him. The guy his teammate wanted to kill him.
Yeah. Yep. He did.
Heineke wins.
I actually saw something that was pretty interesting. I saw that people are predicting that Atlanta might try to trade with the Bears for Fields.
I saw that.
Why?
I actually think that would be a really good fucking decision.
I saw that.
I'm not trading anything for Justin Fields because Fields is terrible.
He's really not playing that bad. He's in the same situation as Jones.
Nah, I don't know. Jones is in a worse situation. I think.
Come on, dude.
Right
the
now.
Bears are a worse team.
I mean, the
Bears.
The Bears are a mess. I get it, but I mean, right now there's no bigger team in the
league
league, a bigger mess than the New York Giants. The Giants are the biggest mess in football right now.
They're one of them, but the Bears are right there, dude.
Fields had a good game last week, though.
Fields played great this last game, man.
No, Fields was having a good game. He threw 4 touchdowns. I get it. Everyone's like, "Oh, here he is. Here he is." Then what did he do? He fumbled the fucking football, which caused a touchdown, and then he threw a pick at the end to end the fucking game, which is the Fields that so far we know. I got nothing good to say about Justin Fields, man. I'm sorry. If I'm Chicago and I have a top 5 pick, I'm drafting a quarterback.
I would trade Fields now then.
You know what? If I'm Chicago, and someone wants to trade me for, yeah, absolutely, I'm sending him packing. If I'm another team, though, if I want to improve my quarterback situation, Justin Fields is not the guy I'm looking for. That's for sure.
I don't know. I think he'll be fine.
But isn't it necessarily
just as
Fields is
it's
that
not.
bad, or the team is that bad?
They're horrible, dude.
The team is bad, yeah, but he hasn't shown me anything that's gonna. I said this last season too. I don't know. I'm not sold on him, man.
Well, honestly, from what I thought he was going to do this year, I thought he was going to have a big leap. He definitely didn't.
No.
He definitely didn't.
They're a mess. They fired their defensive coordinator in week 3. Like they're horrible.
I know. Yeah, that's fucking odd.
They are a mess. The team is an absolute disaster. I'm not putting all that on Fields, man. He's not in the right scheme. They're scheming for a team. When you draft a quarterback, first of all, this isn't even this guy isn't the coach, isn't Fields' first coach. This guy doesn't want Fields. He's scheming an offense that is for a pocket passer. He's not scheming an offense that's field. Look at the success Richardson is having with
like the scramble
with Reich, with Frank Reich. He's killing it because he's in the right.
No, Reich's on the Panthers now. Reich's on the Panthers.
No, I thought he was.
No,
he got fired for the Colts.
Yeah.
Well,
he got fired last season by the Colts.
Who's their offensive coordinator right now from the Eagles? I'm thinking of the wrong name.
The Eagles guy.
He's their head coach now, right?
Hold on, I gotta look it up.
Didn't they hire the Eagles offensive coordinator as head coach?
I think so. And then the Cardinals.
That's the name I'm thinking. Oh, Shane Steichen. My bad. I'm thinking of Shane Steichen. Steichen. Yeah. Sorry about that. So Steichen is building an offense that is around Anthony Richardson, and they're playing pretty good.
It's working well.
The same thing, man. He's not a pocket passer. He needs to be able to run the ball too, like he was last year, which they haven't done this year. He only runs when the offensive line breaks up, just like every play, like the Giants, because they're fucking bad. Like they are really, really.
Is that true? But the Bears DC. There was HR.
Yes, I heard about that. Actually,
no.
Yes. Yeah, he did actually. Yeah, he had like a situation going on with like, I think like underage.
Oh,
it was one of those. It was one of those situations. Yeah, I remember reading about it. Yeah,
absolute scumbag.
Yeah, he had he stepped down.
Man.
Yeah. So
wow.
No good.
Yeah. Another really good dude, huh? Yeah. Jesus Christ. What is wrong with these fucking people?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Whatever. That's another conversation for another time.
Just proves the Bears are just as big of a mess as basically anyone, man. They're 0-4 for a reason. They just can't figure it out. I really don't put all that blame on Fields, man. The defense is god-awful.
I'm not putting it all on him. I'm just saying I'm not impressed by the guy. He doesn't impress me.
I think he's playing good enough right now where if I was Atlanta, I would take the risk because Atlanta's missing a quarterback. Atlanta is probably 3-1 right now if Justin Fields is their quarterback. He's that much better than Ridder.
I think they might be 3-1 if they just started Heineke too.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Heineke's just as good as Fields. He might not be the athlete he is, but I mean, Bears and Jets are quarterback wastelands, man. Yeah. When's the last time Chicago had like a really good? I mean, and I don't want to hear Jay Cutler.
Chicago might be worst, honestly.
Rex Grossman. Hey, you got him to a Super Bowl.
Cutler was pretty good, man. What the fuck?
Oh, Cutler was brutal.
Smoking Jay Cutler. He's only good for internet memes. That's it. Him with the cigarette.
Oh yeah,
he was all right.
Yeah.
I like Jay Cutler, man.
All right, so Pat, listen. Before we let you go, man, we're gonna do our picks maybe next week on this, but let me hear yours. So right now, off the top of your head, if you had to pick through the first quarter of the season, offensive rookie of the year.
I don't think I'm going to go with everyone else. CJ Stroud.
Yeah, Stroud. Okay, I think it's almost a toss up with him and what's his name, the receiver on the Rams.
Oh, Puka.
Puka is killing it.
Yeah,
it could be him. He's breaking records. This guy.
There's really good players on the Texans with Stroud. Nico Collins and Tank Dell are both rookies.
They're both rookies.
Yeah.
Nico Collins is fire, man.
Yeah, Tank Dell is really good too, man. They got weapons. There's a lot of good rookies right now. You know, there's a lot.
I don't know what to go with CJ Stroud. I mean, Bijan, obviously, but
Bijan's going to be in the conversation. Oh, of
Bijan
course, because he's so flashy.
The kid from Miami, the running back. That kid is lighting it up, man.
Yeah, he's quick, man. He runs like a 4.2, fast as shit.
I don't on bench in fantasy.
Yeah.
Did you have him on your bench when he scored the 4 touchdowns?
No, he was in free agency then, but last week I had him on my bench. He put up 26 points.
Awesome. It's always the way it works, though, right?
Yeah, of course. When you start him, he's not going to play.
Over Tua this week.
Say it again, Pat?
I might start Stroud over Tua this week. I don't know.
Against the Giants? Start Tua.
What are you
I would start Tua. Yeah.
Are you crazy? Start Tua.
I would start Tua.
It's that fan faith in me. I don't.
Yeah, I can tell by the jersey you're wearing.
I'll tell you right now, lose the faith, bro.
Yeah.
I'd start
Tua. Defensive rookie of the year.
It was Gonzalez, but he's out. So
he's out.
I don't know. I think Will Anderson looked all right, but
and Witherspoon, I guess, right? I mean
Witherspoon, yeah.
Right now, I mean.
I think right now I have to say Witherspoon after that game.
I think Jalen Carter might be still the favorite, man. Carter's been fucking killing it.
He's been
I think he has 4 sacks right now.
Does he?
Yeah, Carter has 4 sacks. He's been killing it, dude.
That was just for this week. I saw something that said like Devon Witherspoon got more sacks than Jalen Carter this week.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was for the year though, but no. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Witherspoon right now.
Yeah, that's a good pick. That's a solid pick.
That is a good pick.
He's phenomenal kid.
League MVP so far through 4 weeks.
MVP. I don't want to. Honestly, Josh Allen. I'm gonna go with Josh Allen.
Yeah,
I would say Josh Allen too, man.
Allen probably.
Sadly. I think, honestly, McCaffrey, bro. McCaffrey should be.
McCaffrey's going to be in the conversation as of right now, and Tua is definitely in the conversation right now too.
Yeah, I would say it's those 3 guys right there, man. And even Purdy's playing really fucking well. He can definitely be in the conversation for sure.
Yeah,
we might see CJ Stroud win Rookie of the Year and MVP if the Texans keep winning games.
Yeah, seriously, man. If he keeps playing like that, the guy's on pace to throw what? He has 7 touchdowns in 4 weeks. So figure he's on pace to throw over 30 touchdowns almost, and no picks. That's crazy.
So, Pat, give us some closing thoughts, man, before we let you go, man. Closing thoughts on the Giants, on the Jets, on the Cowboys, or any one of our teams, or on the league, whatever you want to talk about.
Giants,
the floor is yours, my man.
Giants, I have one sentence: get it together.
Yeah, definitely.
Jets, get a quarterback.
Thank you.
Wait 1 second. Sammy said that she wants to say hi.
We have another guest coming on.
Hey.
It really is a fucking Darnold jersey.
Hi.
What's up, Sammy?
Hey.
I feel
famous. Do you?
You
got 14 people watching you right now.
That's how you are in front of 14 people right now.
Wait, Sammy, hold on. We got to ask you a question now.
Yeah.
So it's like 3rd and 7. You're on your own 30. and you're on defense, would you want to go with like a cover zero? Are you going to run man? You're going to do a zone? What do you want to do?
Run man. Go Giants. Okay.
She just asked me if I want Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. There you go. Yeah, great.
Taco Bell. If anyone wants, let me know.
No.
I'm good. Thank you, though.
I'm a little too far away, but thanks.
Text you right now.
Yeah. The only one that wants some is Angelo. Take a ride out.
Oh, fuck you. I'm too far. I don't want that shit. Pricks.
All right. So thoughts on the Jets are get a quarterback. Giants just get it together. I like that one. Cowboys.
Cowboys, they don't need to fix much, really.
Yeah. Losing Diggs hurt for the year.
Definitely.
That hurts, man.
That hurts. I have a feeling they feel that this week, man. We're going to get into our weekly picks.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough one. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one.
Cowboys hope Dak doesn't throw 10 picks because he promised.
He's doing all right so far, man. He's only got one.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
We'll take a couple for the whole season. I can live with that.
That's it. Yeah, Chris is right there.
Chris, we do it exactly. We do that without. Don't even get me started. Arizona. We definitely thought that was going to be an easy game, and we ate it, man. We ate it, but
yeah. Hey, it happens to the best of them, man.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Pat, listen, thanks so much for coming on. Finally, we got you on here, man.
Let's make this more routine, man. Let's have you on again in a couple
we got to do this more often, man. Anytime you want to come on, just let us know, and we'll have you come on, and you. We want to hear you go on a rant one week. I need to hear a rant.
I think by week 10, I'll probably be ready.
we gotta get you on right after the Jet-Giant game and see what.
Yeah. We're gonna have me and Pat go live during the Jet-Giant game.
It won't be pretty.
I'll watch it.
Yeah. So, all right, dude. Well, thanks again. I love you, and I'll talk to you later after the show. All right.
See you later, dude.
All right.
Later, brother.
Peace, man.
All right.
More,
there he is. Finally had Pat on. Finally had him on.
Love it, man.
You know what? Obviously, we'll have him on again before this, but when it gets to the off season, when it's getting up to the draft and we start doing some draft pre stuff, he's a good guy. He knows every fucking college player on every team, man. It's incredible.
Yeah. For sure. What's up,
Chris, you're just saying that because he's wearing a Jets jersey. Thank you, Chris. Really, all kidding aside, I appreciate that, man. Pat's a good kid, man. Jordan, what's up, girl?
Smart kid.
Yeah. So anyway.
All right. So you guys want to hop into our top 5 now that we've got Pat's? We'll discuss a little bit.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do it.
So let's pull the graphic up here. Hold on one sec. All right. We got our top 5, man. Let's discuss. We'll start with mine. I'm furthest to the left. I got the Niners one. I mean, I can't debate it right now. I think they're just that good.
It's clear cut for me.
Their defense is that good. Their offense, and they have more weapons than anybody in the league. They're beating up everyone. I think they're just that good.
They're incredible. They're coached really well. They're coached Mike, so well.
You said doing mock drafts already, Pat said. I feel that, Pat. I know you said you had some stuff, Mike, to discuss about them. Let's hear it.
Well, no, again, what I have to say is not a knock on them whatsoever. The only reason I did not put the Niners at number 1 or even at number 2 is because of, look, they've won pretty convincingly in all their games, but because of the opponents that they've beaten. Okay. Now, this week, I think everyone's like, oh, this is such a test for Dallas, I think this is also a test for San Francisco.
It is.
Because
both ways.
San Francisco's beaten the Steelers, who are kind of a mess right now.
Yeah.
The Rams, who are playing better than we expected, I think, but the Rams are fucking, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
The Giants, enough said, and the Cardinals. So, yeah, again, the Cardinals are playing tough, but, they're not, the Cardinals aren't scaring anybody. Yeah. So I want to see, I think this Sunday night is a real good test for both of these teams. This is a great matchup.
Yeah. Awesome matchup. Game of the year. It's game of the year.
Yeah. This could be a preview of the NFC Championship already, For sure. So then again, it's not a knock on the Niners. I love the way the Niners, what they're doing. I love their coach. I'm happy for Purdy. McCaffrey speaks for itself. They got weapons everywhere. I just want to see them play someone better and see how the game goes. Because I think a lot of people will have them at number 1. If they come out on Sunday and they lose to Dallas, they're dropping out of that top spot.
100%.
Definitely. If Dallas beats the Niners this week, it's going to be hard for me to not bring Dallas up to the 1, man. It really is.
It's good. Yeah, it'd be
tough.
Yeah,
It'll definitely be tough. So yeah, that's the only reason I didn't put them at 1, and it's also why they're not number 2 because I think Philly's had a couple of tougher opponents as well.
I hate
But
to say
I'll
it.
get
Philly's
into
good
Philly.
too,
So I mean,
Philly's
Yeah.
good, man.
they are. Yeah. Philly's a very good fucking football team, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Trust me. I know the feeling. I dealt with New England, and now I'm dealing with Buffalo.
Still
Yeah.
floors me. Nobody can stop that QB sneak, man.
Oh,
It is
you can't
unstoppable.
stop it. It's
It's unstoppable.
unstoppable. It's unstoppable.
I've never
Just-
seen a play.
You know
like
it's
that.
coming.
It's just-
You know what's going to happen.
You can't
just
do anything
stop
about it. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
because
Speaking of that, note to the Giants: when you're more than a yard away, don't try the Philly fucking QB sneak. Okay?
Not unless
Anyway.
you got Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
all right. So my number 2 I got here is Buffalo. I mean, Josh Allen. The Jets are really the only team I've seen expose Josh Allen this bad. Josh Allen only struggles against his team. I mean, every other game, this guy's putting up 3, 4, 5 touchdowns.
He's lighting it
remarkable.
up. He's
The
lighting
Bills'
it up.
defense is really good, and they're only going to get better. I know they lost Tre'Davious White, but they're getting back Von Miller, so they're at my 2. Eagles, we just talked about them, man. They're not off to the same start. Cowboys defense to cover. C-Mac. I like that prediction. I hope so. I got both of them in fantasy, so
35-21. That's
let's do it.
a big prediction there,
Let's
man.
do it. So yeah, Eagles. Again, they don't look the same, man. I think again, like I mentioned before, with Steichen leaving and going to the Colts, I think Eagles are feeling the aftermath of that a little bit. It's not the same offense as it was last year. Cowboys, I know they lost a shitter kind of game to the Cardinals, but their defense is just that good, man. When Parsons is on the field, you can't count this team out ever. Dak is playing. I mean, I predicted him to be a top 8 quarterback this year. He's playing really well, mistake free.
Yeah.
He's doing just enough. It's the same show as Purdy, man. They're in similar situations. That's why this is going to be a great matchup. Purdy doesn't have to do too much. Just don't make mistakes. Dak doesn't have to do too much.
All
Just
those
don't
guys
make
have to
mistakes.
do is just not fuck up.
That's it. Just don't fuck up.
Just don't
And-
fuck up.
Yeah, and
Honestly, one turnover in that game could decide the game.
for
It
sure.
really could.
Oh,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Yeah.
Whether it's a
You know,
fumble
and-
from another player or interception,
Mhm.
no matter what it is and where it is on the field can be a big difference.
Matters for
Yep.
sure.
Yeah, and Steven, you're not going to like this comment, but unfortunately, if there was a big one in a big spot, I could see it more coming from Dak than I can Purdy right now. Just given the history, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, history definitely.
sure.
if Dak
I
plays,
mean-
if Dak plays a clean game and Dallas plays up to their potential, this game, you know,
It's gonna be a
I,
shootout.
Well,
I see Eddie's prediction all, but I can see this being a hell of a lot closer than 35-21.
so honestly, the last 2 games we played against them, I want to see how big of a difference play calling makes, because you saw the stupid ass plays that
Yep.
Kellen Moore put up these last games, and we still almost came back and beat him in that last playoff game.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Still
exactly.
almost came back, even with the horrible play calling. So if we can get a couple more plays where we're not forcing the ball, or we can get something intelligent going on, those were winnable games for us.
Yeah,
We're getting
for
blown
sure.
out of those games.
No, this is a matchup that is always close, man.
This is gonna be a chess
always
match, man.
close.
It's gonna be a chess match.
It's
We'll
similar
see
to
we'll see who screws
Eagles
up.
Cowboys, man. Eagles Cowboys always a close matchup.
Yep.
Philly's. I mean, San Fran's mental for us at this point. We can't
Yeah.
get over that hump.
Yeah.
But I feel like if we get over that hump, watch out, man. You know?
It feels like we're early '90s, man. Everyone's battling.
Yeah.
Those two
yeah.
teams fucking
I
hate each
know.
other again.
Some epic battles years ago, man. That's for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And then to wrap out my 5, man, I got the Lions. Lions are underrated right now, man. I have to put them in my 5. They beat
were
the
my
Chiefs to
honorable
start the
mentions.
season, and they just look good. Goff
They
looks
look good, man.
fantastic. He made
I
one
had 2
bad
honorable
mistake.
mentions. I had them in Miami as my honorable mentions.
Yeah,
Detroit, Miami.
he made one simple mistake against the Packers, but he fixed it after that first drive, and then he dominated them, man. Their defense is playing very good. Aiden
Mhm.
Hutchinson is going to be in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation.
Oh, that guy's on fire, man.
He has
Mon-
30 pressures in 4 weeks, dude.
Mhm.
That is-
Montgomery's a superstar right now, man.
Montgomery's
Yep.
looking great.
Killing
I
it.
mean, they look like a really complete team, man. So I like them at 5.
That's what happens when I have the other guy, the kid, on my bench. In my starting lineup.
Oh,
of
Gibbs.
fantasy.
Same thing happened to my dad. He's pissed off about it.
Dude, don't even play
Fucking-
him. I wouldn't even play Gibbs at this point, honestly, until he shows something.
Until he
No,
shows
they're gonna
something.
just ride Montgomery till his legs fall off at this
Yeah,
point.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
he's kind of playing that Zeke position that he did last year with the boys. Just goal line, he gets the
Yeah.
target, he gets it all. And I had 2 honorable mentions too. I had Kansas City and I had Seattle. Both of those were my honorable
Okay.
mentions. I had Seattle at 6 and Kansas City at 7. Again, the Kansas City's always going to be in the mix, especially with how shitty their division looks right now. Broncos are, I mean, they're arguably the worst team in football. Chargers, their coach will hold them down all year. And the Raiders, they're the Raiders, man.
Yeah, the Raiders, man.
The Chiefs, I want to see a little more from their offense. They really don't have a number one, and when they can't get the ball to the Kelsey, they kind of struggle a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think they'll end up being a top 5 towards the end of the year. But as of now, I feel like teams that know they can hang with the Chiefs aren't really fearing the Chiefs like they used to.
Yeah.
4 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, given the way the AFC is, I think it'll be hard to see once the Final Four comes down to the players that the Chiefs aren't in that mix.
No, they're going to win their division.
They're going to be, yeah.
They're going to win their division. It's no doubt.
Yeah.
It's just a shit show, man. I mean, listen, you give the Chargers a coach, you give the Chargers Daboll right now. The Chargers are winning that division, dude. They're playing that much better than the Chiefs. They just can't win games. They lose
can't win
at the end.
games.
I mean, Staley's on 4th and 8. He's going for it on their own 30 with the game on the line. I mean, what is this guy doing?
But I mean, the Chargers have been like that for years, right? Even going back to the Phillip River time, it's the Chargers.
Even prior to Staley, they've always had this fucking issue. No matter what, it just never changes, man. I mean, they wasted how many years of a borderline Hall of Fame career with Phillip Rivers, and if things don't change there in a hurry, if I'm Herbert, I want out. I want fucking out. Get me out of here tomorrow.
If I was him, I wouldn't have accepted the deal. I would have said, no,
I know.
I'm finishing out my thing and I want out. You guys fucking suck.
Yeah, and Chris, it's true. You always have talent. They always have bad coaching, and they never have a defense. This year, they have a defense.
They have a defense, yeah.
They're just not coached right.
They're just not coached well, man.
Imagine Tomlin with the Chargers like I predicted a couple weeks ago.
Oh, my God.
If Tomlin was with the Chargers right now, oh, my God.
It'd be a Super Bowl team.
They'd be a Super Bowl. They'd be the Super Bowl favorite out of the AFC right now.
Yep. I totally agree.
Yep. So that's my 5, man.
I like the list, man. I like them. But, a lot of the same teams, a little diversity. It's a pretty good list, man.
For sure.
Yeah.
Not bad. All right. Before we do our picks, I want to recap the Jets game. And Angelo, I'm going to have you take the lead on this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Bright spot for the Jets. Zach Wilson looked like he knew how to play football. I think that takes some of the pressure off. Again, I'm not starting a fucking parade saying, "Oh, here we go, we're gonna win, we're gonna roll off 9 wins in a row now because Zach Wilson is gonna be phenomenal."
No, definitely. I need to see it more. I think this is a big game for him this week, man.
Yes, it is. If he comes out and plays really good again this week, now people can start getting comfortable. I'm not comfortable yet.
No, 100%. I'm not comfortable yet. I'm happy that we're going into week 5 and we're going against the Broncos. They have
a perfect
setting.
We're going to talk about it once we get to it, but I want to hit this point quick before I forget and mention it later.
Kelsey's money.
Fuck Kelsey.
Mr. Pfizer.
Against the Broncos, dude, the Broncos have let up 727 rushing yards so far this season and 7 rushing touchdowns. Breece Hall got announced today that he's no longer on a snap count.
Yeah.
You better give him 20 touches at least.
Yep.
Give him the ball. Hackett's play calling this week against the Chiefs, phenomenal. I loved everything about it. I get it. Now that they said he was on a little bit of a pitch count, they didn't run the ball enough. Cook is a little shaky. You don't want to get him too involved. Okay, no problem. Zach was slinging that bitch. You let him play his game. This is the game he played at BYU. He played quick. He played in the pocket. He was throwing the ball when he was comfortable, and he rolled out when he had to. When you don't scheme for that, this is why I feel like a lot of quarterbacks coming out of college, they end up sucking because they go into the wrong system. A lot of guys that succeed get into the right system. I mean, Mahomes isn't the same guy without Andy Reid. He's going to be talented, but imagine Mahomes on the Bears right now. I mean, this guy would look fucking atrocious. They would be horrible. If you put Mahomes on the Giants against Seattle, he gets sacked 11 times. Like, it's just that simple.
Maybe more. Jones can actually move better than him.
Exactly my point, man. So, like, a lot of these guys, I mean, even Allen, he fell into a good situation with Buffalo. They started building around him after a couple years. I mean, look at Kyler Murray the first 2 years with the Cardinals. We say he sucks now. To start his career, he was lighting it up. 30 touchdowns, no interceptions. I mean, the guy was great. Some of these situations just don't work out for quarterbacks. So I think the play calling now is much better than it was the first couple of weeks. And with LaFleur the last 2 years, I think –
the LaFleur thing.
I think he looks all right, man. If he can keep this going, stay confident. You have Rodgers in the building. Listen to what he has to say. He's not going to guide you in the wrong direction. He's going to try to help you. This is his team. He knows that, but you're there for the moment, and he wants you to succeed. Rodgers says publicly how much he loves Zach Wilson. If they can keep that relationship tight and Zach Wilson stays confident, he's gaining the trust of the defense back. You can see that. Look, the Jets started a little slow against the Chiefs. They come out, Zach Wilson looks a little hesitant. He's not looking good. Lazard comes up on the sideline and says, dude, this is do or die. Like, you need to put on for New York right now. Like, you need to put the city on your back, put this team on your back, and win a fucking game. And he played phenomenal. The defense saw him playing his ass off, trying his best, and they rallied. We held the Chiefs to, I think 6 points in the second half. Like,
in the second half.
They played phenomenal. And if he can come do that this week against the Broncos, I think we might put a 40 spot on these guys.
It's in Denver, right?
Yeah. We seriously might put a 40 spot on these guys.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% confident in him. I'm confident enough in this team, though. The defense is good. Quincy Williams is having an all-pro season. He's arguably a top 3 linebacker in football. I mean, the guy is phenomenal. And, again, if Zach Wilson can do this consecutively, I mean, every single week consistent, we'll be all right. I think we'll win some games with this kid.
And, again, this type of game, when you look at the way Denver cannot stop the run, Breece Hall, no more pitch count, none of that stupid shit. It's the perfect game to go get a victory, get a win, and make it easy for Zach Wilson to do so.
Yes.
You don't have to put a ton of pressure on this kid to win this game.
100%. I mean,
where he can walk out of there holding his head high, saying, I got a W. Let's go. We're right in the mix now in the division. Mm-hmm. All you got to do is simplify it. Yeah. Run those guys until they can't move. They have more than one running back. Dalvin Cook, fuck this guy. He's really on my nerves. But,
you got Carter.
You got Carter. Yeah, I mean, but someone just said it about 150 yards or whatever. Breece Hall should be touching this ball 20 to 25 times minimum at a minimum.
Minimum 20. Yeah.
Minimum
I would
20.
say 20 times.
I would say 25 to 30 if you have to.
Throw a couple passes at him.
Yep.
I mean, the guy's been saying for weeks he feels good. It's the team holding him back. And I respect the team for doing that. You don't rush a guy of this talent back.
For sure. Yeah.
Like,
not coming off that injury. No way.
You don't do it. This guy is clearly the future of our team if he stays healthy, which I think he can. It's one injury. Okay, it's not multiple. I think he's great. And, they have him on a pitch count up until week 5. Now this is his breakout game. This is where he started to break out for real last year, and he got hurt in Denver.
That's where he got hurt, right?
Elijah Tucker got hurt. Now you have Sean Payton talking all this shit in the offseason. This is a game where the Jets need to come out and put fucking 40 on these guys. Beat the shit out of them. The Broncos offense is not scary. Their defense is a shell of themselves last year. They were a top 5 defense last year. I actually think they might have finished number 1 in the rankings by the end of the year. They are a bottom 5 defense right now. Go out there and fucking kill them. There's no excuse. They just cut Gregory, who was arguably their better run stopper, who just has been kind of shaky lately. I mean, go out there and fuck this team up.
Yeah. And Chris, it's a good point. The first half of the schedule is definitely grueling.
So much easier.
But it definitely softens up going down the stretch here, man. So if they can pull a couple of wins during this tough stretch here. Yeah. Because look, we all know Denver's not a good team. They're kind of a mess. They're whatever. We know what Denver is. Going there and playing in Denver, though, is never easy.
No. But you know what? This was one of our best games last year in Denver. Denver let up 40 points twice last year. Once to the Chiefs and once to the Jets.
They have to go to Denver every fucking year. When's the last time Denver played a game in MetLife other than the Super Bowl against Carolina or whatever the fuck it was?
It's a fucking joke.
It's always the Jets flying to Denver. But anyway.
Always.
So, again, if they just coach this game the right way. Now, let me play devil's advocate to you as a Jet fan, Angelo. Say this game, for whatever reason, just goes to shit. Zach Wilson plays terrible. And they come out and they lose by a field goal, okay? Mm-hmm. Zach Wilson threw 3 picks. What happens next week now? Do they still keep that confidence in Zach, or they go to Simeon?
They're going to go to someone else. If he
so?
If he goes from a complete, I mean, straight up, they lost whatever. He played better than Pat Mahomes. Like he played much better than Mahomes in this game. Like Mahomes should have had 4 fucking interceptions against us. Whatever. I don't even want to talk about it into detail because I'm going to get pissed. But Zach Wilson, he played smart. He didn't throw any bad passes. He overthrew Garrett Wilson once. Everything other than that was great. If he goes from that high to that low within a week, you just can't trust this guy.
Then it's over at that point. I get it. Okay. Yeah. Which again, I'm not expecting that to happen. I'm just throwing different scenarios at you.
I don't think so. I think he's feeling everyone has said publicly, we support Zach. We support Zach from the team.
Yeah.
But we're not in that locker room. You don't know if these guys are really unless there's a few leaders, C.J. Mosley, Lazard, Garrett Wilson. Those guys are always going to stand by Zach. But Breece Hall was a rookie last year, man. He don't have to respect Zach for shit yet.
Yeah,
no,
the locker room may not respect him up until this point. So for him to come out and go toe to toe with the Chiefs like that, the outcome is the outcome, regardless of how it happened. And he looked confident. Not only did he look confident, he looked pissed off when they didn't win. Usually when they lose, he kind of just has that smirk, little bit of
he always did do that, right?
He's not 100% bought in. After this game, he looked like, this is my job. I need to be better, and I'm fucking pissed off. I want to win now.
You think Namath lit a fire under him a little bit? I mean,
probably.
Oh, that got around to everybody, man. This is Joe Willie, man.
Yeah. I saw something today that he was on another podcast. I think it was the same one that he's usually on, and he said that all of that shit was like bullshit. Well, he didn't actually come out and say that. He said that he needed to be better and that the Jets should look for a veteran option. And
I find that hard to believe.
I saw the video of Namath talking. He said it.
Yeah, well, they were saying on this podcast that it wasn't him that said that. Like it was some kind of bullshit made up thing.
I have the video.
Well, I mean, you see him, or is it just a voice memo though?
No, you see him. He's on camera.
Maybe he's just fucking.
Just like he wasn't hitting on the reporter when he was drunk and doing the interview either.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I want to kiss you.
Yeah, so he's just a mess then.
I could care less about what the Jets are doing. Hold on. You know what? I actually have the video. Angela, I'll send it to you, and you can view it. But no, it's an actual video of him.
I believe it. I believe
he's
it.
He's on camera on a Zoom call with these guys.
Yeah, I believe it. Then I believe it.
I'll find it at some point. Anyway, So, the Jets had to obviously face the officials a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of it.
The officiating was fucking miserable.
I mean,
it was Michael K show. Thanks, Chris.
It's just fucking pathetic at this point. Like, it's just.
I don't care about the Jets struggling. Oh my god, that video was awful.
Yeah, he was.
How anyone in Name This Camp let him go down on the sideline that night was just
really
God
bad.
Almighty,
really, really bad.
Anyway, but I mean, look, the officiating.
It's nauseating. It really is. I mean, it's just so blatant. It's like I feel like every game that is close with this team, somehow, some way, a call ends up in their fucking favor to change the game.
And I know everyone's going nuts about the one against Sauce. Okay, I think the worst one was when Mahomes slid down towards the end zone. The hold on Jermaine Johnson.
Well, no, that wasn't that play. That was the 3rd and 22 run. That was the
run
it
was that one.
Drive.
I mean, he was getting bear hugged,
dude. I mean, the refs. You are reffing a football game. You have a back judge that watches the quarterback. The quarterback was 3 feet away from where it happened. You saw that. He had Jermaine Johnson stood up with his jersey like this. Call.
He was literally Jermaine Johnson trying to pull away from him, and then his jersey was getting ripped like this. I mean,
it doesn't make sense.
The Sauce one, Mike, I know we talked about it. The Sauce one I have a little different feel on. I think
and I agree with your take on this too.
So I see both sides here because one, I've said it numerous times where I feel like Sauce holds a lot, to be honest. I really do.
He does.
He's a great corner. He's a good shutdown corner. Don't get me wrong.
He's phenomenal.
That particular one, I don't agree with when they called it. Because if you're not going to call it, if you're not going to call it in the first quarter,
game though.
Right. So if you're not going to call it in the first quarter, there's no reason to call it in the fourth. That's the only thing I disagree.
And
I don't think
throw
he
it.
Definitely.
It's man, I'm gonna.
But the contact after 5 yards, though, it's a valid penalty. It's just they weren't calling it earlier in the game; they called it in the fourth quarter.
But the contact was forced by the receiver, though. The receiver came right into Sauce and then came back, and the ref didn't throw the flag until Micah Carter intercepted the ball.
It was a really late call. And
he calls holding before the pass. Yeah. You don't throw it after the interception happens.
I don't think it was holding, though. I don't think it was holding. I think it was the contact that should have been the penalty.
Exactly.
Contact should have been the penalty.
It should have been offsetting anyways. Yeah. It should have been offsetting anyways. It's bullshit.
So that was my take on it. I think there was definitely contact there. I get the penalty, but if you're not going to call it consistently, you got to do it like the NBA, man. If you're going to call it in the beginning of the game.
Call it all game.
They don't call it all game, and then you call it in that moment when we get an interception. Like that shit is just blatant favoritism, and it's unacceptable, man. How many times is this going to happen?
The delay in the call, if anything, would have pissed me off more than the actual call. You waited so long to call it. Like
you waited so long.
It's either call it in the first quarter, or just let the boys play.
Yeah.
Dude,
let the boys play.
I wish I can pull up the video, but we'll get copyrighted. Like, we'll actually get shut down by YouTube. You see Michael Carter go up for the ball. The ref pulls out the flag as Michael Carter's here with the ball.
He pulls it out.
He pulls out the flag.
He was already holding the flag. Yeah.
Michael Carter bobbled. No, he grabbed the flag as Michael Carter caught it. And when Michael Carter bobbled it, the ref went to put the flag back. And when he came down with the ball, he threw the flag. He hesitated. He pump faked, was almost putting it back, and then threw the flag once Michael Carter had the ball. It's bullshit, bro. Absolute fucking bullshit. I'm sick of this shit. It happened last year against the Bengals in that fucking fourth quarter, and it happened in the Super Bowl too. These calls are just fucking ridiculous. How many times are we going to do this? Fourth quarter, you call it once, and it changes the game. It's bullshit. There's always outcome changes in big games like this. It's unfair to the rest of the NFL.
We went through how many years of watching this with Tom Brady?
Yeah, it's a repeat. It's a fucking repeat of this shit.
It is.
It's a fucking repeat. At least those games, they were calling fucking shitty calls the whole game, not just at the end.
whole game.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. At least it would be fair. Yeah. Like if they called
15
it
yards, breathing on Tom Brady, 15-yard penalty.
It's fucking.
You got kind of close. Throw it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Brian, you already missed the whole Giants, and you missed Pat on as a guest, man. Where the fuck have you been? Jesus.
Yeah. What a dick.
We had Pat on here talking. We already went through the Giants thing, but anyway.
Isn't that guy retired? Doesn't he have all the time in the world?
Yeah, he's just fucking at home. He figured he'd wait just to come on and fuck with us.
Yeah,
unbelievable, man. It's just such bullshit. I'm fucking sick of seeing this shit. Of course, it happens to the Jets. Zach Wilson has the game of his career. Mahomes looks like shit the whole game. Should have had 4 interceptions, and boom, what do you know? The Chiefs get the ball with 4 minutes left, and they get 2 calls going their way on that fucking drive. How about you look back at Pacheco's run? Jamie Sherwood got tackled, bro. Literally tackled. He was coming across the line, and the offensive lineman dove at his feet and alligator rolled this motherfucker. And they don't call shit. I've never seen anything this bad in my life. I've never seen anything like it. Yeah, not a roughing the passer go in their favor in 40 games. Zach Wilson got fucking killed last week. He took a shot that was to the neck. Nothing. But it's the Jets. It's the Jets. Why would we call it?
I loved seeing Saleh go ape shit on the sideline. I thought he was going to pick up the ref and body slam him.
He should have. Rex Ryan. Did you hear Rex Ryan to the next day? He said, "Good thing I'm not the Jets coach anymore because I would have got a fine. I would have been fined."
Did they fine Saleh?
He's going to get fined.
I think, he'll probably get a 10 grand fine, something like that.
Yeah, he's going to get fined for sure.
I'd be shocked if he didn't, man. But you know what? He had every right to be that.
100%, man. I mean, it was just so bad. At least call it fair the whole game. I don't know, man.
That's the thing. If you're gonna call it, I get the call. I think I don't think it was a hold. I think it was a contact call.
Yeah, it should have been illegal contact.
Call it the whole game then. Then call it the whole game.
Then just call it the whole fucking game. Yeah, Bri, by the way, where is he? Yeah, see this? I got bruises over here. I got bruises under here.
Yeah, Brian, I heard you fucked him up, yo.
It's from him last night. The fuck.
Beat his ass. You smacked him around and shit.
We can't get anything done. We're fucking laughing every time we're trying to fucking learn new shit. But anyway, all right. So
overall takeaway: Dallas beat the shit out of a New England team. That sucks. Jets got fucking hoed once again by refs, and the Giants. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. So
the Giants don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, they don't know what's going on there. Jones don't know what the fuck is going on. Dable looks like he wants to throat punch Jones. They're a fucking mess.
We're gonna see him do the RKO. He's gonna get the fucking RKO on Jones.
I would cry.
Oh my god, yeah, choke slam him. I mean, he'd have to go on a ladder and jump off at first and get Jones neck, because it's that tall difference.
I know, because Jones is a monster. But Dable kind of reminds me of Bald Bull from Mike Tyson's Punch Out. You know, he's gonna give him that headbutt, man.
Yeah, exactly. Brian,
when are we going to start talking UFC? I'll tell you what, Brian. All kidding aside, next week we'll do some UFC talk. Let's put some shit together.
Next big fight.
Hey man, I'm ready. We got a good card coming up in early November at MSG, man. So let's talk about it.
Yeah. We'll definitely talk. Hey, Brian, when are you going to come on as a guest? You got nothing else to fucking do. Why don't you come on as a guest and start talking and come talk to us, man?
Yeah,
you can talk to UFC. You can educate us. How about that? You can educate us.
I don't know shit. But how boring was that Canelo fight? Did you watch it, Steven?
I didn't even bother.
Oh my god, dude! It was like watching. I can't even say it on here. It was bad. It was real fucking bad. It was slow. They were barely hitting each. Oh, shitty.
Yeah, Chris, we're pumped for hockey too, man. We're ready for hockey.
Let's go. I'm ready.
I'm going to the game tomorrow night.
Nice.
What a fucking dick.
Fuck you. We had 14 before your ass came on. Then they saw Bird Brain Brian and they fucking dipped. They're like, who the fuck is this schmuck?
Oh God! All right, let's get into our picks and end this fucking shit show already.
Do it.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, hockey talk will commence next week, man. We're gonna start doing picks on that too.
Definitely. Fuck Sorokin.
Yeah,
Chris, you spelled Shesterkin wrong. You spelled Shesterkin wrong. Mom and Dad.
Yeah, they do.
Oh God Almighty!
Well,
Let's do our picks and let's end this.
anyways, from what you guys
Brian, we're all
told
coming to your
me-
house to hit the hot tub after this. By the way.
Fuck that, I'm sweating. Is the pool open?
All right, what do we got? Let's start it up.
I'm not going to Brian until he fixes that loose stone in front of his pool. I'm not going there.
Oh yeah, Brian, did you ever fix that? I forgot to ask. I forgot about that.
He's a liability. I'm not going.
Oh.
All right. Game one, we got tomorrow night. We got Chicago at Washington, and Washington's given 6.
I think Washington.
Who's the home team?
So Chicago's at.
Chicago has to get like what? They get in the car, they get to the airport, they fly from the airport in Chicago to Washington. They land in Washington, they go to the stadium, and they play there.
No, so what they actually do is they play defense in Chicago. Washington just plays offense, and then they just combo it together when they put it on the screen.
It makes sense. So they're flying to Washington. They play in Seattle.
I'm going Washington here. I mean,
All fixed. Pool is still open. Closing it next weekend. All right.
yeah, I like that score right there too, Chris. I'm going Washington here.
Yeah, I'm going Washington.
Yeah, I'm going to take Washington also.
Yeah. We got another London game. Is that what it is? The
Yeah,
Jags again.
Jags back to back. How fucking
Again.
annoying is
Jags
that?
That's
and
tough.
Buffalo, right? Buffalo.
Jags. Yeah, it would have been a home game for Buffalo. Buffalo's given 5.5.
I think they should be given more. To be honest, I think Buffalo beats them.
I'm going Buffalo, but I don't think it's a blowout.
Jags haven't impressed me really, man. They're playing down to every opponent they have.
I expected more from Jacksonville. I'll say that.
I thought this was going to be a 13-win team. They're looking like a 10-win
Yeah.
team right now.
I'm definitely taking Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo for sure, but
I can see them
yeah,
winning by 10.
I hate those London games, man. It's weird. You wake up in the morning.
9:30 in the fucking morning. Come on.
Is this
You make a
one going to be
you make a
on fucking
breakfast.
Toy Story again?
Yeah, you make a breakfast. It's second quarter. You know, it's like
Yeah.
And the game last Sunday wasn't even on TV, right? It was on ESPN Plus.
it was on ESPN Plus. Yeah,
I think it is again this week.
Is it? Well, all right. I'm going pumpkin
something
picking.
like-
I think in the morning with Kayla and the baby, so I'll have to watch it on
Yeah,
my phone
I'm going out too.
and ignore
won't be home.
Kayla and the baby.
I'm not going to be home either. I'll be watching that on the phone.
all
right.
We're all taking Washington. We're all taking Buffalo. Next game is Giants at Miami. Miami's given 11.
Miami.
I'm going Miami.
It's fun. I'm going Miami, and they're covering.
Yeah. Miami's
No,
going to break their
no.
own record of scoring 70.
You know what's so fucked up? Steven's been waiting to say that sentence since this morning.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Oh, I
I
totally did the lineup on lunch break. I've been waiting since like 1:30 to say that.
I fucking love it. Oh, that's great. That is great.
Oh man!
I wouldn't be surprised if the spread moves even more.
Yeah. Especially if Saquon's not back.
Pat, I love it. You're a good fan, man.
I don't think I think Saquon's out again, right?
He should
Saquon's
be.
out again.
He should be.
Yeah, he took some practice reps, but he's not ready to go. He's not playing.
Yeah, that's gonna be a rough one, man.
No, they're gonna bring him back against Buffalo so they can break his fucking leg and end his career.
Oh man. What do we got next?
Fuck.
We got Tennessee at Indy. Tennessee's given 1. I'm going Indy here, man.
I'm going Indy.
Colts. Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck Indy. They suck.
Me Indy.
So
man.
yeah, I would take the Colts and fuck Indy. I agree.
Oh, I meant fuck the Titans. My bad. I'm reading while I'm talking.
Yeah, I thought that was a weird, only a 1 point spread there.
They should be
I don't know.
higher.
I'm
Titans
going
just beat the
Indy.
shit out of the Bengals, and the Bengals are awful. Fucking awful.
Next one's actually a decent game. New Orleans at New England. New England's given 1 here.
I'm gonna go Saints.
Oh man,
I don't know.
I'm gonna go New England. I'm going to take New England. I never liked the Saints outside on the road. I don't know. Hold on.
I'm going to take New Orleans on their defense alone. I think their defense can scoop that game.
New England's kind of
Kamara's
a
back.
mess right now.
I don't think the Saints' defense is even that great. I just don't
It's
think
not,
the Patriots are good.
The Patriots aren't that good. Yeah.
Yeah.
They started zapping the end of the
No.
fourth quarter last week.
Chris said
like-
9-6. Yeah, might be. Eddie going Patriots? I don't know. They just lost Judon. They lost Gonzalez.
Yeah. You know what? Give me New England. Give me New England. I'm sorry. I'm the Saints. Give me the Saints. Give me the Saints.
Oh, look, you wanted to make fun of me.
Fuck off. Just write down the picks. Shut up.
All right, Mike picked Patriots, Titans, Jaguars, and Bears.
Pat's Carr isn't 100%. Carr's been hurt all year so far, man.
I'll take them even with Winston.
Yeah, for sure. Next one's always one of my favorite games. Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Baltimore's given 4 here.
Baltimore.
Always a tight
It should be a good game. It should be. I don't care what's going on in Pittsburgh. It should still be a good game. But I got to go Baltimore.
Baltimore.
I could see Ravens winning this one by 10, man. I think Ravens get this.
Is Pickett out?
He said he's going to try to play, but he has a knee brace on. Like, the Ravens D-line is going to fucking kill this guy.
It's going to be Trubisky. They're going to have to start Trubisky.
Which is brutal. I'm definitely going Baltimore.
They're done.
Next one's a shitter. Houston at Atlanta. Atlanta's given 2 here. I might go Texans, man, honestly.
This is a tough one.
It's a tough one.
It really could go.
Is Ritter
way.
playing again?
Yeah.
They're riding Ritter, right?
Yeah.
I'm going Houston, man.
I'm taking Houston.
I think I'm going to go Texans here too. I like Stroud, man.
Yeah,
they're hot right now. They've bought into Stroud. He's got confidence. I got to take the Texans.
Yeah,
I'll totally admit when I was wrong. I didn't think they were going to win another game this year, but they're pretty good, man. I'll go Houston. So
I like them a lot. I like Stroud, man. I'm happy he's breaking the curse. He looks really good.
Oh, thank God, finally.
He's just confident, man. He's really, really confident.
Yeah.
What do we got next? Next we got Carolina, Detroit. Detroit's given 9.5. That should be an easy one for
Detroit.
Yeah, I think they cover on that too. The 9.5.
They should. They definitely should. Panthers have
fucking
no offensive line, no weapons. Bryce Young's getting hit every play. Defense is garbage. Like they're arguably in a worse rebuild than I would say almost any team. Like they're
probably.
Yes, they are.
If the Lions even play a little bit like they played last week, they're going to crush it.
Shit on them, yeah. And the Lions are getting Jameson Williams back this week too.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Next game's a weird one.
I don't think they score 27, Chris. I don't think they're
not with Shorty at the fucking quarterback. They should go back to Dalton, man. The offense looked way more confident when he was playing. But anyway, move on.
It helped my Adam Thielen fantasy, but next one's a weird one, man. It's oddly close, I think. Cincy at Arizona. Cincy's given 3 here. That's gonna be a close game.
That's a tough game to pick.
Why are they given 3? What have they done to prove anyone they should be given 3?
I have no idea.
I'm going Cardinals.
I'm taking Cincinnati.
I'm gonna go Cincy, but only because I feel like this is a must-win. They have to win this game, man. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bengals.
I think it's a must-win. Joe Burrow said it's a must-win today. I still think the Cardinals win. He's hurt, and Cardinals have been playing really solid.
He's hurt, man.
The Bengals look bad.
I feel bad for Burrow, man.
Me too.
Yeah. The guy is so beat up and just give me cards. Pat, what the hell do you know?
I'm giving Cardinals too. Fuck these guys.
Look, I'll say this: it won't shock me if the Cardinals win the game.
No, not at all. Yeah. Next one I think is going to be closer than people think. Philly at the Rams. Philly's given 4 here. It's not going to be a blowout, man.
No, it's not going to be a blowout.
I'm going Eagles.
I'd have to take Philly. They're definitely the better team, but this is going to be
the Rams here, man. I hope they.
Go Rams, baby!
Go Rams.
I might buy a Stafford jersey before Sunday. Are you kidding me?
I hope Eagles get one more win before they have to play us, and it's like a really. Or I hope they're really high next week coming into MetLife, and the Jets can somehow pull off an upset, man.
Hey, man, you know I root for anybody but Philly, so I'll be a Jet fan when you guys play for sure.
I'm listening, but I gotta hang on one second. I'm just gonna turn the
Charger.
Totally plugging the Charger. He didn't want to hear us. He didn't want us to hear it plugging that shit in.
Oh man,
I'm with you, Chris. I could definitely see that happening, man.
I hope they lose, man. I really. They're so good, though, man.
No, I had to blow my nose, you fucking dick. I don't want to do that on camera. Anyway, all right.
Got the vid.
What do we got? We got.
I wait for draft night for that.
Next game
what's
is
the next
Casey. Casey at Minnesota, and Casey's given 4 here.
KC. Minnesota is a
KC.
fucking hot mess.
I'm going Casey, but I wouldn't be surprised if Minnesota pulls off a field goal win here.
Yeah. I'm kind of feeling that way too. Kirk Cousins is playing
You
really
know,
fucking good.
Cousins is playing.
He's the
great,
one-man
but
wrecking crew
finish.
right now, that guy.
Oh
He
my
can't
god,
finish
it's
games
him
now,
and
man.
Jefferson. Their
Yeah,
defense,
it's all they have.
It's their defense is horrible. I feel like this is gonna be a high scoring one. I'm gonna take Vikings for the fuck of it.
I'll go Casey here.
Yeah, KC for me.
I gotta have one random pick every week. I already took the Cardinals. Shit.
There goes your random.
Oh, fuck. Whatever. I'll ride with the Vikings just because we got cheated. Fuck the Chiefs.
Doo-doo. What do we got next? We got Jets, Denver. Denver's given 1.5 here. I'm going
Can't
Jets,
understand
man.
how.
I'm going Jets.
I'm going
This
Jets too.
is such a tough game to pick, man.
I can't see
Yeah,
how-
I'm going to take the Jets. I'll take the Jets.
I can't see how Denver's favorited. Like they're horrible. They're so bad.
They're bad, man. Yeah, I'm done taking the Broncos, man.
Yeah, they're a mess.
No, fuck them. Fuck Sean Payton. I hope the Jets throw a 40 on them.
All right, so we're all Jets there. Then we got by my 8 o'clock game. We got Boys, Niners. Niners are given 4 here. You already know who I got, man. So chalk me up, man.
All right. I'm taking the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, the Niners are a phenomenal team, but so are the Dallas Cowboys. And the only thing that makes me nervous is that they got to go into San Fran, which is kind of tough.
It's gonna be tough.
That's why I'm taking San Fran. If it was in Dallas, I'd take Dallas.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
what's
man,
kind of scaring me a little bit. But
We travel well, just like they do. They traveled to us for that playoff game. You saw it, Angela.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we're coming, man. We're coming.
I'm
We're ready to
going
win this
boys. I'm going boys.
All right.
one. We're ready to win this one.
Russ doesn't look bad. No, Pat, you're right. Russell Wilson actually looks like a quarterback again this year,
Yeah,
but
this whole
yeah.
team stinks.
the
though.
whole
Yeah.
team around him is just a nightmare.
Compared to last year, how could you look bad? I mean,
Well, exactly. No, he looks like he's getting back to his old self a little bit, but I mean,
yeah.
They're just a mess. And I kind of am liking Sean Payton taking it up the ass. So, I mean, he didn't do himself any favors by running his fucking mouth before this year started. I'll tell you that.
Nope.
Overrated. I told you guys.
I still can't believe you picked that, man. That was a really good pick, dude.
Yeah, definitely was
Yeah.
a good pick there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going boys, man. I'm going boys.
Yeah. Give me the boys.
I respect it. Got to go with your team, man.
I'm praying that we hold McCaffrey to 2 touchdowns. I'll take that. I'll be happy with that.
Imagine that. Like you're okay with the running back getting 2 touchdowns.
2
Like that's
touchdowns,
okay.
yeah.
Dude,
He's
I'll say
he's
it.
the best player in the league, man.
I'll say it every single week. He is the best offensive player in this fucking league. I'm not
He is.
debating it anymore. He's the best.
Honestly, you know who I'm most concerned about in this game?
Are you?
Believe it or not? No, Fred Warner, man.
Oh,
I'm
well, yeah,
concerned
defensively.
about-
I thought you meant offensively.
Dude, no, just in general, the guy I'm most worried about is Fred Warner, man. That guy is just his football IQ is just so smart, man. Like,
Incredible.
I mean, that guy's awesome. He's really, I gotta
You know,
give him credit, man. He's really
You
good.
know, and
Bosa
McCarthy's
too, of
doing
course, but
McCarthy's doing a really good job with the Cowboys, but right now Shanahan's the better coach. If you
100%.
look at that coach
Yeah,
matchup,
I agree. I agree.
but man, when you look at the play calling,
scary.
the 180 that the Cowboys have done offensively since they got that
100%, yeah.
shithead the fuck out of here.
You want to know why?
Yeah.
Because they have a run game.
Yep.
They
Yeah.
run the ball. They've used
We
5
always had the
different running backs
They
this
just
year.
didn't use them.
They just never
Fine.
used
They
them.
didn't use them.
No, I'm saying now they actually have one that's efficient.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree, man. Fred Warner. I mean, that guy.
He's
Frank Warner.
he is
that
the
guy's-
best linebacker in football.
He's a beast.
100%,
He's a
man.
fucking beast.
Middle
Between
right
that-
linebacker, he's fucking
yeah,
scary.
that,
Him and Matt
Bosa-
Malono.
Yeah, it's going to be a game, man. It's going to be a really good game. I don't think it's a blowout one way or the other. It's going to be a good, hard hitting game, man. So I'm excited to
It
watch.
should be a really good game. I'm excited for that game.
Yeah, and unless my team is playing it, like if it's a Sunday nighter, I kind of hope it's like a shit game. It's a blowout. So like by the second half,
You
I
want
can
to
just go to bed.
Yeah,
But this is not going to be one of those nights, man. Definitely
is-
not.
I'm gonna be drinking a cup of coffee at 7:59 to watch this shit.
Just to make sure you're up and ready to go.
Yeah, hell yeah.
it's going to be a rough,
Excuse me.
rough Monday morning for me.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Eddie, Ayuk's playing a big part, man. Ayuk's
Having a
solidifying
great
himself
season.
as a wide
playing
receiver
great.
one. You know,
Ayuk's playing great.
Debo's the better overall weapon, but I mean, Ayuk is the better receiver for sure.
And I know he's been quiet this season so far too, but watch out for George Kittle in this game too, man.
Yep.
Watch him blow up in this game. I know it's
Yeah.
coming. So
He's a beast too. Oh my
Oh,
god.
he's fucking great, man.
They're
And he's
so
hilarious too.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, he's so funny.
He's always
And
looking up
then,
at the camera and shit on the drone that's flying around and shit. He's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Hey, Eddie, at least you got a lot of fucking money in cap space right now, bro. You got a shit ton. It's crazy. They have like the highest paid at every position, but they have 47 million in cap space right now.
Yeah, like how did they figure that out?
It's nuts. Cap space is so fake.
Last game we got, boys. We got Green Bay at the Raiders. Green Bay's given 1 here. I'm guessing Jimmy's out again, right?
I think he might actually be back this week.
That kid didn't play that bad last week, man.
He didn't play bad.
Killed. Every time he got hit, he fumbled though. Like
you know what?
It was his first ever game.
This is my funky pick. I'm going Raiders here.
I think I'm going to take Raiders too, honestly.
This is my oddball pick. I don't know if you consider it oddball, but it's my oddball.
No, I'm riding with you. I'm going to.
I'm going to take Green Bay.
I think Love shits the bed Monday night.
Yeah.
He's starting to come back to reality a little bit here.
A little bit, yeah.
Only team with 6 homegrown All Pros. Yeah,
that's a really good point. Yeah,
and then they brought in fucking Trent Williams, who's
yeah
probably the best left tackle to ever play the sport. So
it's a very well run organization. For sure.
Yeah, and having homegrown guys like that is how you save money on the cap.
Yeah.
You don't have to go out and make that huge free agent splash and pay the guy all this fucking money. You know, I mean, look, eventually they all earned their contracts, so a lot of them are all getting paid anyway. But it's a smart organization, man. They know what they're doing.
Look how many All Pros they've brought in too, though. Like Trent Williams and McCaffrey are 2 of them. Like, you're bringing in these are like top tier level guys at their position.
Yep,
they're loaded at every fucking position. Like
they really are. They really are.
I still can't believe the deal they did to pull off McCaffrey, man. That was a
second, a third, and a fourth. Are you kidding me?
I know.
He's the best fucking running back in football.
How did you not at least get a first?
Oh my god!
Like a first, second, third. No, second, third, fourth. Oh,
that's a fleece. That's a fleece of the century right there, man.
No.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Definitely a lot of.
That's it, boys.
Again this week, man.
Should be another good one. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, man.
Football's starting to pick up.
It'll be nice to actually win or lose. It'll be nice to watch the Giants at 1 o'clock on a Sunday, not at fucking 9 o'clock at night, like every goddamn game they've played so far has been.
Yeah, but I think after this year, the 8:20 game.
We're Sunday night. Sunday night against Buffalo.
It's crazy.
And then we have Green Bay in like 4 weeks after that, Thursday night.
Yeah. You guys got a weird schedule, man.
I can see the Buffalo game being flexed. And if the Packers don't start winning and the Giants don't, that game might get flexed too, honestly.
It could get flexed.
Yeah.
I think Buffalo might. I mean, that's just...
I don't give a shit. Flex it, man. I don't fucking care.
Definitely.
So, all right. That's pretty much all I had. I don't know about you boys.
That's all I got, man.
What's up, man? Yeah, Brian, I'll definitely look up some UFC stuff next week. I definitely want to talk about that MSG show coming up in November. I think it's on the 11th.
Definitely.
Okay.
Good card, man. Good card. We'll definitely talk about it.
Yeah. Let's definitely get into that, man. Without a doubt. This is all sports. I know right now we're very football heavy, but we'll send us requests, man. We'll talk about anything. Seriously.
Anything you want.
Mike, you want to hit us with some jackpot bowling before we end up too?
Yes. So as many of you might have seen on our page, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, whatever, Saturday, October 28th, it's a jackpot bowling at South Levittown Lanes. $30 a person gets you. It's a Halloween party. It's a costume party, so dress up. $30, you're in the costume contest, and you get your bowling for the night. $20 if you just want to do the costume and not bowl. You can just come down and hang out. All 3 of us will be there. We'll be streaming live during jackpot. And
Mike, next time you talk to Artie, see if you want to just come and not bowl, or like if you want to just come, like if anyone's coming, like just to hang out and watch us, see if you still have to pay. I don't know.
You do not.
Oh, you don't have to? Okay.
If you want to enter the costume contest, then you have to pay $20.
But you can just come? Okay. Yeah.
With bowling, it's 30.
You can hang out. The bar will be open all night. You can have drinks, whatever you want to do. So
I got a bunch of people coming already, man.
Yeah, they do not have to bowl. If they want to bowl, I would start, tell them to get in contact with the bowling alley now to start reserving lanes, because it's going to fill up. It's going to fill up fast.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Sounds good.
At that point, you might as well do the costume too. Just get the whole shebang for $30.
For another $10?
Yeah, if you want to bowl, just do the costume.
Dress up, you never know.
I know Nan and Pop are coming. Pop, you know him. He'll dress up. But I don't know if Nan's going to want to dress up on a Saturday night to come watch us. So we'll see.
Yeah, but we're going to be there, for the majority of the night. We're going to be streaming. We're going to be hanging out. We're going to be interviewing people. It's going to be a lot of fun, man.
A lot of trivia, maybe some giveaways.
Yeah,
man. We're going to have throw up some content on the show, man. Definitely.
Yep. Yeah, so we have a lot of stuff in the works and a lot of stuff that we're still planning to do, but it's going to be a great night. We're gonna keep advertising for it pretty much daily, almost. So there'll be more to talk about in the coming weeks.
Jackpot Bowling's always fun, man.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun night, man. It's a lot of fun. So, so on that note, if anyone has any questions about it, by the way, send one of us a message, whatever you want to do. Send us something on a direct message or whatever, or hit up our page, write something on our page. We'll any questions you have, we'll fill you in and we'll let you know. If we don't know the answer, we'll get the answer and we'll get back to you. So,
absolutely.
Gotcha.
So, that's about it. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We appreciate it. Make sure you spread the word. Go to YouTube, subscribe. Sports of Ages on all platforms, social media.
Yep. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everything. Go get us.
Yeah, man. And we will see you all next week. Pat, thank you for coming on. Appreciate it.
Definitely. We'll have to have you on again, bro, for sure.
Yeah, we'll have you on again real soon. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night, man.
Peace.